All right, on this episode of Unc Learns Yu-Gi-Oh, we're going to talk about understanding the extra deck a little bit in modern Yu-Gi-Oh, because there was a time, a simpler, quieter time, when summoning a monster required little more than a tribute and a little bit of patience. And then came Synchros, and with them, the uncomfortable realization that the extra deck was no longer optional, it is now inevitable. If you stepped away during that era, what followed may feel more or less like evolution, and more like the game discovered a hefty caffeine addiction. But underneath all of it, the speed, the chaining, the increasingly elaborate card text, there is a structure, a logic, almost an elegance. So let's start with the core idea. The extra deck is not just a pile of stronger monsters. It is a toolbox of outcomes. Each summoning method just simply a different way of asking, given what I have, what can I turn it into? Synchro summoning. Precision through addition. Synchros are straightforward. You take a tuner and one or more non-tuner monsters and you add their levels together. If their numbers match, you get your monster. It's arithmetic, just clean, exact, and surprisingly satisfying. Synchros reward control. If you can manage your levels, you can produce exactly what you need. Removal, negation, extension. There's plenty of options when it comes to synchro monsters. You're not hoping for the right card, you are just going to build it. XZ summoning is more like stacking equal value, where synchros add, XZ's monsters compare. You take monsters of the same level and stack them. Their levels stop mattering, they become material. This is less math and more alignment. 2 level 4 monsters aren't just 2 bodies anymore, they are access to one of the most flexible toolkits in the game, rank 4. XZ's monsters take what you already have and turn it into utility. Efficient, practical, slightly ruthless. Fusion summoning. Deliberate construction. Fusion summoning is older, but modern fusion is far less restrictive. You still need specific materials, but where they've come from has become more negotiable, let's say. Your hand, your field, your opponent's field, graveyard, occasionally places that feel legally questionable. Fusion is about intent. You're not improvising, you are assembling a known result, and when it works, the payoff is usually worth the effort. Link summoning. Structure and direction. Links don't really care about levels. They care about position. You use a number of materials equal to their link rating, sometimes with conditions, and in return, you get something more than a monster. You get infrastructure. Link arrows determine where you can summon from the extra deck, and they don't just extend your plays, they define them. If synchros are arithmetic and XZs are alignment, links are architecture. They are the reason modern boards don't just exist, it's the reason that they expand. Pendulum summoning. Controlled excess. Pendulum summoning is different. You establish 2 scales, and once per turn you can summon multiple monsters at once from your hand and from your extra deck. It's not subtle. Pendulum is about momentum. It allows you to rebuild instantly, to overwhelm through volume. Of course, it requires setup, and when that setup is interrupted, things can get quiet again very quickly, but it is something to be aware of, though you don't see it much anymore. So why does the extra deck matter so much? Because modern Yu-Gi-Oh is not about what you draw, it's about what you can convert. 2 monsters on the field are never just 2 monsters. They are a synchro line, a rank play, a link climb, or the beginning of something much worse for your opponent. The extra deck turns quote-unquote I have this into quote-unquote I can become that. The real skill using the extra deck well isn't about memorizing everything, it's about recognizing patterns. Same level, XZs. Tuner plus total levels, synchros. Generic materials, link. Specific recipe, fusion. Scales in place, pendulum. Once you see the patterns, the complexity starts to feel less like chaos and more like a language. My final thoughts here is that modern Yu-Gi-Oh can look overwhelming, and occasionally it is, but underneath it all, the game is still asking the same question it always has. Given what you have, what can you do with it? The extra deck is simply where the best answers live. And learning to use it well is less about keeping up with the game and more about understanding how it thinks. Oh, and thank you for watching. This has been another great episode of Unc Learns Yugioh. I enjoy having you all here and appreciate you all, and we will see you next time.